And we are back. We are live on Monday, April 28th, 2014. I'm the Commish Dave Gardner of the emrhl here on E-Radio. And joining me is Vinny Bianco. Vinny, first time on the show, I think.
Yeah, I think actually this is my first time on the show.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you, man. I'm enjoying it.
Hey, so we're going to talk a lot about the Alumni Day, and me and you sat down with, and talked to some other people and got some great ideas on what to do for Alumni Day. But first, we got some breaking news. Oh, boy, yeah, on Saturday, as you know, Vinny, you might know too, Mike Bozio, unfortunately, is still recovering from the...
Yeah, that's sad news, man. I hope he's doing good. I know he's updating everybody on Facebook, which is nice to know.
Yeah, I've been keeping in touch. I'm trying to text him once in a while and keep in touch on Facebook as well. But, yeah, so we unfortunately need to find a goalie on Saturday for Team Sweden. And it looks like AK has stepped up and said he would fill in on that team full-time for the rest of the season, which is, I think it's just 5 games now. It's not many to go, 5 games and playoffs. Unfortunately, that means that's a big shakeup on Saturdays. So I know Rob Downey indicated he would not play with a goaltender of AK's caliber. He said that's just not right, not fair, not fun. So the Saturday trades right now are as follows. Rob Downey has indeed been waived by Team Sweden, and he is going to go over to Team Finland. In return, Team Finland is going to send over Jeremy Gallagher. Yeah, I think that's the first time Jeremy's been traded. So he's going to head over to Team Sweden. Also, in the open spot, Finland is going to pick up James Kim. Yeah, the Korean comic kind of missed a lot of games this season, but had a really good start playing on Team Latvia. So Finland's going to pick up Downey and James Kim. And staying on Latvia will be Cam Brusso, who had a pair of goals, although he's wearing the wrong number. Vin, how many times have I said it? If you want the stats right, you got to put on the correct number.
Yeah, Eddie Kane knows that. Yeah, Eddie knows all about that.
Eddie knows all about that. So somebody pulled the Eddie Kane on Saturday. And you know what's funny is I even had video of the helmet cam on that. And I went back, I was like, oh, he's wearing that number. So now I got to go back and try to fix some of the stats from the Latvia game on Saturday. They played USA, I believe it was, and they won. And but I know Cam had a couple of goals because I was there watching him score. I think Mike Proctor had a couple of goals, but I don't know who they got credited for because the numbers were all messed up. You know who it is? It's Justin Perry. Let me just come out and say it, right? It's Justin Perry, all right? He's the guy. He is notorious for putting on the wrong number. He gets close. Don't get me wrong. He gets close. He doesn't get a ringer. He gets a Lena. But he doesn't have the correct number on, and that messes me up all the time. But the good thing is Justin never bitches about stats. Okay, it's the guy's jersey who he's wearing bitches about stats. Probably because Justin doesn't get any stats. But, oh, did I say that? Okay, whatever. So that's what's going on Saturday right now. Downey and Kim to Finland, Jeremy Gallagher, rather, going over to Sweden, and Cam Brusso staying on Latvia full-time. There may be 1 or 2 small trades beyond this as we try to round out rosters, but unfortunately, what we got going on, there's 4 or 5 teams on Saturday that are all clamoring for upgrades and help, and that's just too many teams to help. So instead of picking 1 or 2 teams and saying, okay, I'm going to, let's give you an upgrade, that wouldn't be fair to the other teams, and there's just not enough wealth to go around, as Obama would say. So right now, that is the only trades going on. Doesn't mean there won't be more, but for right now, we had tossed around 12 or 13 names for trades, and with 5 games left, it's like, we're going to make 13 trades? I don't think so. So that's what's going on Saturday. All right, let's head back to the Alumni Day. Okay, as mentioned, we're going to have our emrhl 15-year reunion / Alumni Day / Paul Bartolino benefit. It's going to wrap up in one day's big event. Vin, now we had talked about what we wanted to do to try to accommodate as many people as possible. And here's what we decided on doing. We are going to have a scrimmage at 9 a.m. inside, a scrimmage at 10 a.m. inside, and then the Saturday championship game at 11 a.m. That should bring us up right about till noontime, little after noontime. And then weather providing, when right now we're going on good weather, or at least not really bad rain, we're going to go outside from 12 to 5. Okay, so once again, 9 a.m. inside scrimmage, 10 a.m. inside scrimmage, 11 a.m. championship game, and then at noon we're going outside, and that's when you're going to fire up the grill with some food. So tell us what we're looking at for food on Saturday.
Well, yeah, what I was definitely thinking is we got to do sausages. Nothing better than sausages on the grill, and we'll throw some hot dogs on there in case we have some family members coming up with the kids. Definitely like your basic stuff, some chips. We'll have some soda up there, some water, and I think that's, stuff's not super, super heavy. Guys can come off from skating, come and grab something to eat, grab a sausage, grab a bag of chips, hang out, talk to some of the other guys, and then, go back out and play.
Yep, so we're going to have sausages, hot dogs, chips. We'll probably have some soda there, maybe some water or something. But the idea is we're not going to sit down to a banquet.
Full meal.
Yeah, full wedding type of meal. It's going to be kind of like hanging out in the backyard. I'd strongly suggest if anybody either has a pickup truck or something they can open with a hatchback, or because we're going to need seats. And if you got any chairs, you can bring up a few chairs, just like you would if you go into a backyard barbecue, going to the beach, because that's the one thing out back. There's not a lot of places to sit. And I know I'm going to try to bring a canopy and a couple of tables and a whole bit. So, and we're going to need some help too, because we're going to be skating all day. We'll talk about the skating in just a minute. So I'm going to be inside till the noontime anyway, probably 12:30, cleaning up with the championship game. We could start skating, anytime around noon out back. So I'm definitely going to need some, because, Vinny, you're going to be running the food. I'm definitely going to need one or two people to help me organize the skates as far as who's playing who and in the games. And then also we're going to have a donation box for Paul Bottolino's children as well. So all that will be going on. Let me see. So as far as what we got going on with the skate, Vin, we talked about not setting it up as a tournament, just skating.
Yeah, I think that's the better idea because, first of all, like you said, there's the 9 and the 10 spot that's going to be open for a skate. If guys want to stay till after, you don't want somebody there watching the tournament, watching the championship game, then has a tournament to play. Some guys might want to just go out and skate, and then they want to come off and eat something, and maybe you just don't feel like going back and skating. You just want to hang out with some guys, maybe see some people you haven't seen in a while. So it just takes the edge off of having to win something or having to, put the best team together. It's more about getting everybody together, representing Paul and just having a good time.
Yeah, that's what it is. People are going to be. I imagine people are going to be coming and going all day, and the last thing you want to say is, "Oh, if I got to play, do I have to play again?" Some people just might want to come up and just skate. They haven't skated in years. Some people, are going to be skating all day, and that's fine too. The way we figure it is put together teams, between 4 and 6 players, and put 10, 15 minutes on the clock and let them play. Yeah. And then that gets done, and then the next group, and that'll give you a chance to play with a lot of different people. Because I know some people suggested an over 40 team. I'm suggesting an original Beverly Cage team, because I know there's still we got at least 4 to 6 or 8 guys that played back in the original game in 1999. That I think it'd be kind of cool to put them on a team.
That'd be awesome.
So I mean, just we can do things like that. And the thing is, if you only could play 1 game or 2 games, you wouldn't have to stay all day. Go out and just skate and have some fun with it. And then as the day wears on, guys are going to be peeling off and heading home. So, I mean, if you want to hang out and play, that's what we want to do. We don't want to have anybody have any commitments on this day to having to play again. We want you to play and have fun and, play as much as you can or play as little as you want and, grab some food here and there. But I figure we'll start the food around 12 and probably go, a couple hours having food out there and then break it down?
Yeah, that should be good. I would say, if the championship game ends at 11, we'll be starting around 12 o'clock until we even run out. And when guys are done, it doesn't matter to me. I'll stay.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Now, what we did is we are going to have, along with skating and food, we're going to have T-shirts for this event that we're going to be designing pretty quickly. And so we got a couple different packages because we were trying to accommodate everybody. We're trying to accommodate the people that are going to come up and stay for a little while and play, accommodate the people that just want to drop in, and maybe they want to bring a wife or girlfriend or a kid or something like that to the event. So here's what we got. For $22, which is the top package, if you want to call it that. For $22, that gets you skating all day. Not every game, but it gets you skating. You can skate. It gets you skating. It gets you a T-shirt. It gets you food. And that also includes a donation to Paul Bartolino, okay? So for $22, it gets you all four. That's everything. Skating, T-shirt, food, and a donation. If you want to bring a guest or, a child or something, or if you just don't want to skate, that cost is $13, and that includes food and a T-shirt. So, again, you get 2 out of the 4 for $13. And the only thing we got going on right now is if you wanted to or if you only could skate at 9 or 10, like one of our normal scrimmage games that we run, that's just a flat $13 sub-scrimmage fee. If you just want to play at 9 or 10 and then jet out for the day, that's fine. It's just $13. So, again, we got 3 different prices for the day. We're trying to keep them as affordable as possible, give you guys as much bang for the buck, and also help out Paul. Again, $22 get you everything. $13 if you want to bring a guest, get your food and a T-shirt, and then $13 just for the open skate. And again, the 9 and 10 skate, obviously that is limited because we only have so many spots. But the rest of the day is just going to kind of be, you 4 or 5 or 6 guys go out and play against these 4 or 5 or 6 guys. When you're done, the next group goes out, and then we just keep playing like that. That's why I'm hoping to get 1 or 2 people help me out with that as far as organizing teams. If you're going to skate, bring a light in the dark jersey just like you would for scrimmages. And again, we're not going to be having any prizes or any this or that. We'll probably do some shootout things. I'm even thinking about bringing the goalie equipment up and getting in net either for a game or some shootouts. That might be kind of fun to get back in net. I don't think I've played net since it must be 01. It was either 2000 or 2001. I played 1 game up there. Actually, I did, Vinny, 1 game. I did.
It's not bad. I do have that old picture of you from Facebook of the on ice. That's the only goalie note I have on you.
Yeah, that's going way back. So now, if something comes up and you have a particular scenario for this day that is not in one of the 3 packages that we mentioned, just come talk to me or email me, and we'll try to work something out. Again, the idea is we want to pay for the food, pay for the court, give something to Paul. But we know that, what the 3 things that we just talked about is not going to encompass everybody. If somebody wants to bring up a couple of kids or, 2 friends or whatever, I mean, what we don't want is, 50 people paying for food and 100 people eating. That's what we don't want. We just don't want that. So we just want to try to work it out to make sure that we get everybody covered and that we don't run out of food and whatever. So online, if you want to pay online, use the $22 option for the tournament fee. And then when it says instructions, indicate that this is for the Alumni Day, and indicate your shirt size too, so we know what shirt size we're going to get you. And if you're going to use the $13 option for food and a T-shirt and no hockey, also indicate that is the case in your shirt size. And if you just want to play at 9 or 10, again, use the $13 sub for your option. Just say, I'm just going to skate in one of the early games. And we'll try to get you into the time that you ask. But again, if 9 fills up or if 10 fills up, then we might have to bump you into the other one. So again, 9 and 10 are first come, first serve. And the rest of the day is just going to be just willy-nilly having some fun, hanging out, and seeing some guys. I think, how many people signed up for that already, Vin? Any idea?
I think we're at about 100. Probably going to be a little bit more after we have this radio show. So, I mean, I'm definitely thinking 100 plus.
Okay. And again, we don't know if that's 100 skaters or if that's just going to be 100 people.
That could completely
coming hanging out. If there is, we'll just keep playing quick games and keep rotating. The idea is to come and hang out. Again, if anybody's looking for a big time tournament, we decided after talking to a bunch of people that just wasn't the way to go on this one. Again, we will have a table set up with a donation box for Paul and his kids. If you want to give more than what is in the package deal, that's fine. You can put an envelope, checks, cash, whatever. We'll have there's a TD Bank, I think, had a fund set up, and I think it was Jay Surratt knows about that. So I'll get with Jay Surratt, and we'll talk about who to make the checks out to, and you can put them in the bin for Paul, and we'll get that right off. So beyond that, it's a package deal, we'll have the option for that. So, Vin, anything you want to add to Alumni Day that we haven't talked about?
No, I think you pretty much explained everything. I think that it's a great idea to be able to say, hey, look, for the $22, eat all you want, skate all you want. A chunk of that goes to Paul. If you feel like you want to give more to Paul, the donation box will be there, which is a nice idea. And I'd say the only thing we would have to talk about is, getting the shirt together too. Picking, deciding what color we want, what we're going to put on the front, and definitely getting people's sizes. That's important, so we can try to place the order. So, the more people that sign up for that package or the $13 package, just try to get Dave your shirt size so we can get that going.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So if you want to, give me money or a check at the rink, and I'll just write it down with your shirt size on that, and so everybody can get the size that they want. That'd be the best thing to do. So that is what's going on for Alumni/Championship/Paul Bartolino Day on June 28th. We're hoping for good weather to start inside and go outside. I'm hoping to see some faces I haven't seen in a long time. Maybe skate with some people I haven't skated with in a long time. And it has the makings for a real fun day, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know, man. We've never done anything like that. Since I've been up there, it's never been a chance to get everybody together. And I think it's just going to be a lot of fun to see who shows up. And I think the best part's going to be once we all skate, maybe bring back an old championship team, like bring the guys back from a Tuesday champion and have them face off maybe against a Saturday champion. And just that kind of pairing will be fun. And then having guys being able to come off and shoot the shit with everybody and eat something, I think it's going to be great.
That's actually not a bad idea. I mean, if we knew people were going to be there at noon, we could actually maybe beforehand set up the first few games, something like that, like you said. So if we can get, 6, or so many guys from a Tuesday championship against 6 or so guys from a Saturday championship and have them face off at noon, and then, maybe we have the originals against somebody else at, 12:20. Maybe we could set up a few games like that. But again, I don't want to pressure anybody to showing up. It's just, if someone says, well, geez, I can't get there till 1, I don't want to have anybody, feel they let anybody down. But if we can, if there's a bunch of guys that, hey, we were all on the same championship team, let's play this team, that's what it's all about, kind of on the fly, making it fun, making it happen on the go.
Yeah, definitely. I like the idea maybe of having some Tuesday captains face off against some Saturday captains. All that kind of stuff is pretty much what the day is all about, is everybody having fun and, having a little remembering thing for Paul and eating and bringing your family up. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah,
I do too. I think it'd be a good time. Okay, so that's more details on the Alumni Day. As more details come available, we'll get them out to you, either on the website, Facebook, or here on the show. But let's swing our attention now to the Tuesday League. All right, Vinny, let's go back to last week, as we usually do. At 7 o'clock, boy, we had a rare shutout as the Rage beat the Thunderbolts 7-0. But we have to put an asterisk next to the shutout because the Rage only had 4 original skaters. So, AK, great job. But, Vin, when you don't play a full team, you don't get the full shutout.
That is 100% true. It's actually, you get 2 points against you automatically, so it's technically 7-2. I think that's how it is when you don't play a full team. You got to add an extra 2 points in there.
Yeah, because it's not a real team, so it's not a real shutout.
Didn't even happen.
No, it didn't. I've already forgot all about it. So let's move on to 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, the Maniacs, that was my team. They started off a ball of fire to start the season, but they've fallen apart. It's Smitty and the Extreme taking it to them 10-6. Boy, we're looking at a downgrade already for the Extreme.
Yeah, I mean, the Extreme has been coming out hot. Everybody knows they're a hot team. I think a downgrade is definitely needed. You got to even out the playing field.
I think so, too. It's early. It's only been 4 weeks, but I think exactly right. Week 5 is tomorrow night. And then at 9 o'clock, finally a good game, is the Hitmen 8-7 over the Outlaws. Zook and company finally closing the door, putting the nail in the coffin in the third period.
Yeah, I was actually getting dressed watching that game, and we were kind of like sitting there like, wow, this game's going to go on for a little bit because it just kept going back and forth, and then the end just got really really tight, and it was a good game, actually.
8-7, Hitmen over the Outlaws. Then, to conclude the night, at 10 o'clock, it was the Demons crushing the Enforcers 14-8, and I'm not sure if Adam Kara showed up for this game or not.
Adam was finally there. But,
he was?
Again,
okay.
This is one of those games where the Enforcers didn't have all their guys there. I think Kyle Stevenson was missing, so I guess that win doesn't really count anyway. So technically, he hasn't won yet.
Yeah, 10 o'clock games, they don't count because everybody, they can't make 10 o'clock games. It's too late. Unless they go to the Red Sox or the Bruins game, then they can stay out late. But playing hockey's too late. So, hey, let's take a look at the weekly stars then. Where's my, do I have any weekly stars music? This is going to be good. Okay. Yeah, nothing like some 70s music for the weekly stars. Would be Adam Karras of the Demons. Congrats on his first win of the season, Adam. Nice job there. We think it was his first win. I don't know if it is or not, but where's my clapping? There it is. All right. Nice some clapping for Adam there. And star number 2 from the Extreme, maybe traded though. Again, we're talking about extreme downgrades, is Rob Moore. Yep, Rob. He had 5 goals for the Extreme. He's going to really help out whatever team he goes to this year. And then, we had to do it. AK of the Rage with the, quote, asterisk shutout. So AK gets the 3rd star of the week. And I picked up the GOAT, Vin. Oh, my gosh. Was I terrible last week? I was Karras terrible. I was Quig terrible.
I have not seen you on there.
Quig went around me. It's like my 2nd or 3rd GOAT. It's not my first GOAT. Oh, my gosh. I was like, okay, I'm selling my skates after last week. If I can't catch Quig, I don't deserve to play in this league anymore. That's how bad it was. But anyway, all right, looking ahead to tomorrow night's game, April 29th at 7. It's the Demons and the Outlaws. As Vinny, you guys take on Philbrook's team. And then at 8 o'clock, we have the Rage and the Enforcers. And, I got a funny feeling Dennis is going to try to 17 the Enforcers, and look at Mahoney's reaction when he gets 17. That's going to be priceless. And then 9 o'clock, it's the Smitty and the Extreme, probably playing in their last game before the downgrade, taking on Zook and the Hitman. Oh, man, how funny it would be if Zook rolled over in this game, Vinny.
I would actually love to see that. Zook is he's the man that you got to keep picking on. You just got to keep rolling over him and stuff, and just seeing Zook's reaction to pretty much anything is worth anything.
Yep, and then at 10 o'clock, it's the Maniacs and the Thunderbolts. 2 teams going in opposite directions here. But again, the Thunderbolts, they have a whole bunch of guys that can only play as long as their game is not 7, 8, 9, or 10 on Tuesday night. So it's going to be interesting how many Thunderbolts show up next week for that game, tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. All right, how about some Saturday news real quick? Oh, do you know what we didn't do? We need to back up here, Vin. We didn't go over our league leaders, which I like to do. So we're going to back up. Hold off on Saturday, folks. We're going to take it to the top. All right, going to roll through some of the top scorers here on Tuesday. Now, we're not going to do goalies. Nobody cares about goalies anyway. They never show up. So Tuesday night scoring leader is Mike Susi of the Hitmen. After 4 games, he's got 18 points. And we got 3 dudes tied with 17 points. Derek Cole, Brian Estrella, and Andrew Conlon. And, boy, it's nice to see Brian Estrella near the top again, Vinny.
Yeah, wasn't he? He had a little bit of a thing with Mahoney last season where they were both going neck to neck at those final couple games, and I think he's definitely playing a lot better than Mahoney right now. I don't think you're going to see Mahoney up there for that much longer. Yeah, well, Mahoney's tied with Kyle Stevenson, and Kyle Stevenson's played 3 less games, I think, than Mahoney. They both tied. That's embarrassing. Yeah. And then, as mentioned, after the big game last week, Rob Pac-Man Moore, the Extreme. Look at this. All the Extreme right here. There's 3 Extreme players right in a row. Rob Moore, Eric Higgins, and Adam Hughes all in a row. I don't know how they all got in the same team, but we're going to be busting up that team big time. So that's a look at our Tuesday scoring. So now we're going to take a look at some Saturday news. We'll give it a sound effect. There we go. Now, the big thing at the top of the show was the trades we announced. As AK goes to Sweden, Rob Downey, James Kim go over to Finland, and Jeremy Gallagher is going to suit up with the Swedes in a 3-team swap kind of thing
type thing been. And Cam Brusso is going to stay with the Latvian team as well. But last Saturday, April 26th, 9 a.m., Sweden, 10-5 win over Great Britain. Boy, Zook pulled some shenanigans here. He needed a goalie, and he waited till about 8:59 a.m. before he told everybody he had AK subbing in net. And then he said he didn't have a sub for Rob Downey, but somehow Eric Higgins showed up in sub for Rob Downey. So Great Britain took it on the chin sub-wise this week as Sweden won 10-5. But you got to be fair. To be fair, last week Sweden had a brand new goalie. First time playing in the E, and Sweden took the loss last week with a new goalie. So, there's tit for tat, there's give and take, there's left Twix, right Twix. So you got to take the good with the bad. So not to hammer on Zook too much, but we fixed it. We took Downey off his team. We fixed it. At 10 a.m., Germany, in a close one over the Czechs, 8-7, as Cause keeps rolling with his sub-filled team. He's got to get these guys to show up. I'm dying to see his team when everybody shows up. He's got the misfit team this year. Have no shows. And Quig in the hot tub there in the Czechs playing a little bit better. Only lost by a couple of goals. See how they do down the stretch. 11 o'clock, low-scoring game, Latvia and the U.S. It was 5-3 Latvia. As mentioned, Proctor had 2, Cam Brusso had 2. And Dave Manzo in net for USA after giving up 17 last week to Switzerland. Only allowed 5 this week. He was rock solid. Vin, I had the helmet cam on for a couple periods in that one.
Yeah, I saw that. That was actually a really cool idea. I like that. I'd like to see more of that, definitely.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's tough, though, because I did it on ice hockey reffing, and it came out really nice.
Saw that, yeah.
But because it was steady, because you're reffing, you're kind of watching the play, but when you're playing, sometimes you look down and you're digging to get back into play, and I'm always looking around, so it got a little dizzying with that particular helmet. And you try to keep it steady, but you also want to play the game at the same time. But I had that little camera didn't do a bad job. It kind of clips right to the top. It's nice and sleek, and it did a decent job. So I got 2 periods from that game, and I got a period from the Russia-Switzerland game later on in the day. So, yeah, I had some fun with the little camera there. At 12 noon, it was Finland over Norway, 8-4. Norway still having problems scoring goals. They added Wayne to the team. They picked up 2 or 3 wins in a row. Things were looking good, but then they just dried up. They just can't score goals. They were shooting on Grasso. Grasso's not even that good, and they only got 4 goals. Again, Finland 8-4. So we'll see how Finland does next weekend when they have Rob Downey. And at 1 o'clock, it was supposed to be the big matchup between the top 2 teams in the league, but with the Bruins playing at 3, a lot of guys didn't make the game, and then no one wanted to stick around and sub, so we had what we had, and it was Russia 13, Switzerland 5. So it should have been a really good game, but again, it's who showed up and who would stay, and only Quig would stay, and that was too bad for Switzerland, because Quig is not a top 5 pick on any team on Saturday. What do you think, Vin?
Yeah, Quig somehow just shows up when he needs to, doesn't show up when he doesn't have to, pretty much screws the whole league up, in my opinion. I can't really talk about it. It upsets me.
It does, doesn't it? Oh, well, let's take a look at the stars. All right, stars of the week. Oh, incidentally, if you happen to be catching us live, and if you use the Spreaker app, for your phone or if you're on the computer listening to Spreaker. I know it's kind of an odd time right now, but you can actually chat with us live. There's a little chat box. Right now there's nobody in the chat room, but I know a couple times people were on the train coming home or there was, at lunch or whatever, and they were chatting to me in the chat box. So again, if you get the Spreaker app, that's Spreaker, it's Speaker but with an R, Spreaker. You can see it on our main page when we're live. And also on the app, you'll get a notification that we go live, and you can tune right in. And I've actually chatted myself from the iPhone, so it does work, and it works pretty good. But Saturday stars of the week, Mike DeMarco of Finland. Yeah, nice job, Mike. He had his second goal of the season. It was a big one too, game-winning goal for Finland. And then we had big country Kevin McGowan. Holy cow! If he could be even remotely consistent, he'd lead the league in points. He had a monster. He might have had 9 points on Saturday, and it just everything he touched just turned to gold, whether he shot it or he passed it. So good for Kevin McGovern. And then the guy who was terrible, absolutely terrible in 2 games, because I played them in both games on Tuesday night, Craig Murray, was unstoppable. What's up with that? Muzz just skated through everybody for the Finland team as they beat Norway 8-4. I think he had 4 or 5 goals all on his own, and that was just in the first period. So when this guy comes to play, he comes to play. So that's a look at our stars of the week. We'll take a look at our player stats right now. Take it to the top.
Take it to the top, the top. Don't let the feeling stop the top. Take it to the top.
All righty, at the top from the Czech Republic, no stranger to the leaderboard is Greg Wood. Woody's got 45 points as we come down to the home stretch of the season. And in second place, Jimmy Caron of Switzerland. He's got 37 points, but he's only played in 2 games, I think. So if he could show up more, the first place Switzerland team, they might be scoring a boatload of goals. Also tied with Jimmy, Kevin McGovern, Scott Fowler. They all have 37 points. Bobby Dempsey of Great Britain, he's up there with 34 points. Andrew Benoit of Switzerland is tied with John Hafer of Norway. They both have 26 points. And then rounding it out, 3 players tied with 25 points. Billy One Arm, Mike Melnick, and Matt Zacchino of Sweden, all with 25 points to round out our Saturday scoring. Looking at the Saturday schedule, well, we're not done putting that schedule up yet. We have 5 games to go. And how it's going to play out is that you'll play everybody in your division one more time, and then you play a crossover game. So where the standings are today, first place plays first place, second place second, and third, and so on down the list. And that's how we play out the last 5 weeks of the season. I just actually started to work on that schedule, and then we went live to do the show. So that schedule will be out either later today or tomorrow, Tuesday, or at least this week's schedule will be out. But we'll have the last 5 weeks up of the Saturday season coming up later today or this week. And I think that's going to wrap it up. Vin, do you have anything else you might want to add before we sign off?
No, I think we got a good show in there, letting everybody know about the alumni game. Broke down the other leagues, and I think we're good. We can watch some good hockey tonight.
Yeah, what do you think about that? The Bruins, Saturday they clinch, and they're not going to wait about a week before they play again. What's up with that?
Well, the weird part about that is that the Bruins, they could use a couple days off. That is a little bit much, but Montreal has been now sitting, what's that now? At least 10 days or something crazy like that by the time they start. I feel like that's a little bit too much time off. They're gonna be a little relaxed.
Yeah, Montreal is too. They won what on Friday? Was it Friday Montreal won?
Yeah, no, it was when we were playing hockey on Tuesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was that was a week ago.
All right. Hey, in the chat room, we have a couple of people in the chat room before we sign off. Jeremy Gallagher's in there, and he said he's made plans this weekend. How funny! Which is even more funny because Jeremy Gallagher is supposed to go to Sweden, and Sweden's already missing a boatload of guys this weekend. So there's obviously some Swedish meatball party going on this weekend for that team that we got to find subs for. And now the guy that we traded for is going to be out as well. So Yodido, and I think Downey's out too, going to Finland. I think he's playing in the Chowder Cup or the Clam Cup or whatever it is. So it's going to be another interesting Saturday, no matter how we slice it. Oh, we could actually sub in for Zook, Vinny, and give him some comparable subs to make up for last week.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Maybe Jim Celeste plays net. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, man.
We could have a lot of fun this weekend. So anyway, but so if you got questions about Alumni Day, feel free to ask me or Vinny. If you have any suggestions, please let us know. We have the event up on Facebook. I tried to update it the other day with some of the things we just talked about here. And I'm hoping it's just going to be a good weather day and a fun day for everybody. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be not getting out until after 5, but it could be a lot of fun that day. We'll have the cup, and I'm going to try to get that cup updated with all the latest names on there. So if you have won a championship, then you'll see your name on it. You know what's kind of funny about that cup, Vin? Mm-hmm. I brought it to a place in Middleton, okay? Mm-hmm. And actually, Jay Frazier, the guy who actually kind of started this whole thing, I guess you want to call it, we named the cup after him, the Jay Frazier Cup, and he was bartending. So I brought the cup in when we first made it and had all the names on it. Wouldn't you know it, one of the guys working there, his name was on it like 5 years ago. He played in the league.
Really? That's pretty cool.
He comes up, he goes, "Hey, I think my name's on that." And I was like, "Oh, Mike, I haven't seen you in years." And he pointed it out. I think he was even on my team. He goes, "Yep, here's my name right here." So it's kind of cool bringing it in, everybody looking at it, and one of the guys in the place, his name was on it. That was kind of neat.
Yeah, that is really cool because you don't know, like when we go back in the first championship I ever won was with the Ice Hogs. So me and Zook were like, joking around on Fowler, and it was like, wow, that was the first team they ever played on in their first season. So it is nice that that's going to be up there too for the Alumni Day, and you can laugh at the old names on the trophy.
Yeah, and there's a lot of old names on the trophy, and some of those guys are still playing, for crying out loud. We won't mention Spencer's name, but he still is. But anyway, all right, we're going to wrap things up. Thanks for everybody that was in the chat room. Thanks for everybody that tuned in live, and thanks for everybody that's tuning in on demand, so to speak. And until next time, do we want to say go Bruins?
Yeah, why not? Go Bruins. They got a big series coming up. Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, and you got tickets too, right?
Yeah, I do. I do have tickets. Actually, Fowler just bought the first pair. I got a couple others that are going up. I always try to get the guys in there. I'd rather see guys that know hockey go to the game,
Okay. Yeah, so if you're looking for tickets, get a hold of Vinny, and if he's got any, he will get them to you. So, all right, music's coming in. We're fading out now. See everybody at the rink.